Black. British music.
Hello and welcome to Radio Lewisham. It's Michelle today with my show Offside, Women in Basketball. I am very, very excited because I have 4 special guests with me today. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Sarah Marie and I play for London Thunder Basketball under 18s girls.
Hello, I'm Elisa. I also play for London Thunder and I play for Sedge Hill Academy.
Hi, my name's Anna. I also play for London Thunder U18 Girls and Sedge Hill Academy.
Hi, I'm Coach Natasha and I play for Division 2 Women's of London Thunder and I also coach the under 18 girls.
Lovely stuff. How are we feeling today?
Excited.
That doesn't sound very exciting.
I'm excited!
Okay. So who should we start with? Should we start with the players or the coach?
We can start with the players.
Players, yeah?
Let's go.
Okay, ladies. So how do you... No, sorry, wrong question. How did you get into the sport and what made you fall in love with the sport? You can start, any of you, I don't mind.
I mean, for me, it was more of like a trial and error thing because I've always been into sport. I started off with swimming, then I went to gymnastics, then me and Sarah did a bit of football, but that didn't really work out. Then I did basketball and I felt like it was the best one. And yeah.
That's kind of like similar to me. Like I've always played sports, but like I never really like stuck to a sport. There was only like 2 sports I really stuck to when I was younger. And then I knew Anna played basketball and I've known Anna for a while. And then Elisa started playing basketball. So I was like, let's play. Why not? Let's play. So I've been playing for like the last 2 years.
Lovely. Enjoying it?
Enjoying it for sure.
Lovely.
For sure.
So for all of you, describe the way basketball makes you feel in 3 words.
I think basketball makes me feel excited, a bit frustrated at times, and also curious.
I would definitely say stressed. And
Why?
it's just about like balancing school life and basketball at the same time, especially being in like year 13, you've got A-levels and then you've got games and then you've got practice and then personal life as well. But I would also say active, definitely, and persistent.
Lovely. Sarah?
I think one word to sum it up would be purposeful. It gives you like a purpose, kind of like something to look forward to, something to like have a goal towards. Another word would be content. I feel like playing basketball, it's a very content sport. Like, obviously you have the frustration of like your losses as well as the happiness of your wins, but that's one word. And then just happy as well. I like socializing. It's a very like nice ground to socialize.
Sport, yeah. How does it feel being one of the few women in such a male-dominated sport, I guess? And like, what challenges do you face? Because I think it's important to talk about that. Because I don't know about you guys, but for example, in my academy, my football academy, there's only, I think, around 30 girls where there's almost 200, 300 boys in the year. So I don't know about you guys, but yeah.
I think it's shocking, but we don't always realize. Like, for example, once we walk into our club, we'll always train mixed with the under 16 girls and U18 girls, whereas the boys, they have their own private sessions, like separated groups because of how many boys there are. And a lot of girls don't realize that until they walk into, for example, trials or even at school. For example, last year we didn't have a girls' academy at Sedge Hill, and most of the time it would literally just be me and Elisa and all the boys, or one of us when we could attend, and all the other boys, like 40 plus boys.
Sheesh.
And there's a lot of challenges you face with that because people don't like trust your game. They think that, oh, just because you're a girl you're weaker. Coaches as well, they don't really trust your game, and until you prove them wrong and show out, that's when they'll see who the real brawler is, innit?
Do you think that like demotivated you by any chance, being the only 2 girls?
Well, now I feel like it's better. We have a girls team now, but back then it was hard being the only 2 girls and just being surrounded by boys. It's obviously a bit overwhelming, but you obviously get used to it from times. But I feel like now there's more girls in basketball just in general. Like if you would go to local parks like Blue Cage, you'd find girls there all the time. And it's a nice community with the girls.
I love that. Sarah?
Like It low-key used to make me feel a bit insecure, like being the only girl in the sport, because it's kind of like, oh, like maybe like I should go into another sport. But I like the challenge as well. But also it's like a good place for comfort. Once again, like there's however many of you, so you kind of like find friendship in each other. And I feel like that's another amazing ground to like make friends, like being the only girls in the sport. Like you can really like, you know,
find each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Were there moments or like experiences, do you have any like experiences where you felt underestimated or like belittled because you were a girl in this sport?
I feel like just in general, when you're playing with boys, I feel like it's the same for every sport, like football. Like if you're just playing with boys just for fun, like it's little things like they won't pass you the ball or stuff like that. But you just got to deal with it because it's never going to change. They're always going to think that you can do less just because you're a girl, but that's not necessarily...
Well, we would like change, right?
Exactly,
you hope it does change.
Yeah.
It better change.
For sure.
Anyone
There'll be
else?
problems.
I think that's mostly it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like just the ignorance in the sport. Like there's always going to be a girl that's better than you. Like you're not the best
Tell 'em.
at it. Like as much as you might think you're great, there's going to be a girl that's amazing. So it's
Love
like-
that. So your individual role models right now, I don't know who, I think it was Sarah who always posted, was it Angel, what's her
Angel
name?
Reese.
Yeah. It might not be your role model, but I just remember you kind of opened that world to me because I went and followed her and I went and followed her journey. So I think that was cool. But yeah, who would like to start?
Go on.
My role model is Coach Natasha. She's with us today. She is our coach and a player. We also play senior women's team occasionally. But she's also a coach and a player and like a friend. She motivates me a lot. Every time you go find her, she'll be there. She's really consistent on what she does. And she does a lot for the club. And the way she carries herself on and off the court as a coach, as a player, just in general, is just really encouraging for me.
That's lovely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Anyone else?
I have 2 role models. I'd say number 1 is, 3. Number 1 is my brother, my younger brother, Bruno. He's probably listening right now, to be fair. And I think I'd say him because even though I started the sport quite late, he was always there, like, pushing me to get to where I am today. And he's also a bit of my hater, but my biggest fan at the same time.
That's needed, though.
Yeah. Second person, I'd say Aja Wilson. She's definitely one of my role models. I'd say I slightly play like her as well. She's someone to look up to if you're not really encouraged with playing basketball, because she's been through a lot and her story is amazing. And third person, I'd say Lisa. We've been through a lot together and she's pushed me to be the
They're
person
holding
I
hands
am
right
today.
now.
Yeah. I just love her.
I'm blushing.
That's amazing. Sarah?
I'd say my role models are my teammates. Like I've seen them go like through their best and their worst, and I feel like coming out of that is like inspiring. I've seen a lot of them, especially like the 2 that I'm with from the start. So it's like from the ground up. So I do aspire to be like them in some senses, in a lot of senses. And yeah.
I like the fact, before you start crying.
Yeah, lit.
I like the fact that all of you like pick someone who's around you constantly. It's really nice that you all did that. So Elisa, I kind of want to start with you on this one. No pressure. How do you balance school and basketball right now? Because I know you mentioned that it was quite a lot before.
Right now, it's not going good. I'll be honest. Because we've got National League training Tuesdays? Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then me and Anna have academy training literally basically every day apart from Tuesdays for me. And then we would have games during the week and then National League games weekends, and that leaves barely any time for revision, to do homework, to just have a personal life. But I feel like I need to find a balance because A-levels are coming. It will be hidden, but I'll find it somehow.
Yeah,
eventually.
I believe in you. Sarah?
It's it's the attempt to balance it like doesn't go unnoticed, but I feel like it is really, really hard to balance, especially as someone who had like, or who has currently like high academic expectations. I would say like basketball is not really my priority right now, but obviously it is a commitment that I've made, so I do have to like put some like effort into doing it. I would say I'm trying to balance it okay, but obviously with training on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then you have like a commitment to put in at least like 3 hours minimum, like bare minimum of independent study a week, and then work as well. It's like
It's a lot.
yeah.
I think it's important to talk about, though, especially student athletes that want to put so much into training, into education. It's really important. So from all of you, where do you hope to go with basketball in the future? Is it just a hobby, or is it somewhere you'd like to go? And the idea of knowing that there's such a like inequality within men basketball and women basketball, does it change your mind in how you would like to go into it? Does it make you think maybe I shouldn't take this career path because it wouldn't support me later on in the future?
I think for me personally, I want to continue playing basket at the collegiate level and then hopefully play pro in Europe. With the idea of like also having men's basketball, which has always been like in front of women's, I think that in the future, especially us seeing WNBA women's basketball getting further than where it's ever been before is amazing, and it will definitely be stronger in a few years. But it's important to have a backup plan. So going to university as well as playing basketball and getting a good degree just to get yourself sorted out, just in case, God forbid. But yeah.
Yeah, I hear
Totally get it.
that. Sarah?
I'm definitely going to continue my education. That was never really been an option. But I feel like I will also be playing basketball like on the side. Like as much as I mentioned, like it is hard to balance it, like falling in love with a sport that you've played for a while and that you've made like so many friends through and created so many good memories through. It is like inevitable that I am going to want to play it in the future, even though I might be like, oh, I'm going to like stop.
Absolutely.
To like focus on other things.
Absolutely.
So yeah, playing in the future, whether it's like just at my local club, wherever I am.
Yeah,
I
Blue
think
Cage.
Blue Cage, yeah. Or even just like staying within the sport as like a coach, or like in like management, maybe like tabling or like reffing. I still think I will definitely stay with the sport.
I know you mentioned you do some reffing, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a reffing course right now.
How's that going?
I mean, I haven't been able to do much of it, like, due to obviously playing the sport and then like studying like for school, but it's going well. I am enjoying it, and I do have some good mentors and like role models within that as well.
I love that. Elisa?
I don't think I will continue playing at professional level, but I would continue playing at university. But I've fallen out of love for the sport like many times. Like I tell Anna, oh, I'm quitting, I'm done. After bagging, I'll be like, I'm done. But I always come back to the sport.
Yeah.
So it might be a thing like that. I'd say I'm quitting, but I'd just come back to the sport.
Deep rooted into you already,
yeah,
isn't it?
like I just feel like if I stop playing, I'll just be lost. Like I just have too much free time, and then I just have nothing to do. Like,
do you think it gives you like not like a sense of purpose, but it grounds you? It makes you focus.
Yeah, it's like good discipline.
Yeah,
like going practice and having the commitment is good discipline for like my routine. Like it's rooted in my routine. Like I know I've had training here. I'm doing training then. It's just in my routine. So that loss of routine would just be like a drastic change.
Yeah,
that would be hard to get used to, I guess.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So any of you, obviously you guys watch basketball and know about, certain things. Have you seen any positive changes for women in basketball? Because personally, watching football and seeing how they've won the Euros and they've come to the final of the World Cup, I see so many fans and so much support. Do you think you've seen that in basketball by any chance?
Yeah, 100%. We've definitely seen a rise, especially when in 2020, I believe it was 2022, the WBBL, or now it's changed to the WSLB. The one woman London Lions, they've won, I think it was Euro Cup, and that was great because that shows little girls that they can also strive to be as great as the London Lions women. So I think that was one of the greatest things that's happened. So there is a positive change for sure.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree with Coach. I think like also a lot of women breaking records that only men have certainly is a good thing. Like for example, Aja Wilson, only woman other than a man, LeBron James, getting full-time MVP. Yeah, there's a lot of records being broken right now. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese,
Angel Reese with the
records.
rebounds?
Yeah, with the rebounds.
Victoria's Secret model as well.
Yeah, I saw that recently. I love that.
I feel like even just on a local level, like there's a lot of girls from our area who have gotten these opportunities to study at like American D1 universities. Like shout out to the Cola girls. Like they're really setting the scene, even though like they're the ops, but like you have to give them their credits. Like they're going D1.
Shout out them, they're tough.
Yeah, shout out to the Cola girls. They're going like to D1 universities. So I do feel like that is really inspiring a lot of girls like from England, like locally, that they can actually like get to that stage, get to that moment and have their time and do what they want to do.
So much, many more opportunities, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Right, that's the end of you guys' interview.
Thank
So time for Coach Natasha. How you doing? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great.
Lovely. So the first question I would like to ask you is, obviously these are some of your players here. How do you encourage your players to believe in themselves?
It starts by, you see, as a coach, if you disagree as a coach, then that's completely fine. But at the end of the day, this is facts. You need to talk to your players to get to know them. And then that's when you encourage them. Because no way in this lifetime you're going to have, 12 to 18 people on your roster and you only talk to your top 4, top 5 favourites. No, you don't do that. You make sure that when you coach, you make sure that you get to know your players. And once you get to know your players, you can talk to them, help them slowly, because every single player is different. Once you realise what this specific player needs, that's when you can start encouraging them by telling them what they can do, sending them little videos of that will help them, and that's going to actually start helping players believing in themselves.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for that. So how has the visibility of women's sport changed since you started coaching or even playing?
Well, I started playing in it's been 10 years. This month makes 10 years. It's changed a lot. I believe through social media, the rise of TikTok has definitely shown that change. It's shown the change of women playing, because more women are starting to showcase their skills on social media, are starting to get picked up by random viewers, and I believe the viewing has just gone up. And that's also showcasing that, wow, women can actually play the damn sport, because we can, you know? Yeah, that's definitely one visibility. I believe, like I said, the London Lions winning their championship, that's gone up as well. Just a great positive change, to be honest.
That opens the question up to all of you, I think. Do you think social media has impacted the way sports have been seen?
100%.
100%,
I feel like with posting clips, like you're able to get a bit more traction. Like people are actually able to see, okay, girls can do this. Like obviously with like streaming of women's sports back in the day, you were only seeing couple matches here and there, but as everything's being streamed now, you can go onto YouTube, you can see XYZ's clips or hearing his clips. I feel like that has improved the visibility of the sport.
For sure. I love that. So do you think there's enough opportunities for girls in basketball locally? Do you think it's changed by any chance, or what's your opinion?
I'll be honest, there's opportunities but not enough. There is not enough.
What do you think needs to change?
I think more clubs need to open up to women. There's so much clubs that's just for male, just for men, just for men, just for guys. There's not enough women clubs or female, or there's not enough clubs per se that also include women, because I know a couple of girls, they be traveling an hour 30 just to get to certain clubs. And it's actually quite sad. So there is opportunities, because people are traveling an hour just to trek to them, but at the end of the day, there's not enough. And there definitely needs to be more stuff built in the area. But there is opportunities, just there needs to be more.
Do you want to shout out any?
Do I want to shout any? That's a great question. I mean, of course, there's London Thunder there.
Yeah.
But
London legend.
you know what? Yeah, shout out to London Legends as well.
No
Might as well
free
shout out
promo.
Cola.
Yeah.
Shout out Cola.
Shout out Cola, London
London
Legends. Do they have? Oh, they do.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Coach, are you hopeful about the future of women's basketball? Why or
Yes,
why not?
I am. Again, it's what myself and the girl spoke about. It's the rise of social media, the rise of the WNBA, the WSLB. Just those are increasing year by year. And like what Anna said, when it comes to Caitlin Clark breaking records, Angel Reese breaking records, it's going to show other people that, yeah, they can break records as well. So I am hopeful.
I love that. So how do you think, obviously we're on the radio show, right?
Mhm.
Offside.
Yep.
Offside.
How do you think radio shows like this help young girls in male-dominated sports when they listen to it?
Wow. I believe that someone out there's listening, and I believe it's just about encouragement. I believe this radio show will encourage someone out there who's listening, and it's going to help them with their confidence, and it's also just going to help them with their self-belief. And once that helps one person, that's going to end up helping out another person, and before you know it, it's going to start spreading. And before you know it, there's going to be a group of young girls that have such high confidence due to this radio show, and it's going to be something, all right? It's going to be something amazing. Because there's going to be so much women that will start believing in themselves. They will start believing in themselves, and once that happens, we're just going to become an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There's going to be legends, right?
Of course.
Hell yeah.
There's 3 of them next to me right now.
Yeah. Okay. So finally, what would you like to say to young girls who love the art of basketball but feel as if it's a man's sport?
Don't give up. Because I was once upon a time in the same situation where I was just the only girl playing back in 2015, 2016. Don't give up. And if there's that one guy that just keeps pestering you, don't step down. Just because Tom, Harry and Jake want to do something, just because they want to do something and they're excluding you, yeah, don't listen to them. I mean, personally, I wasn't one to listen to anyone regardless anyways. The girls know, I don't. But don't listen to them and keep carrying. If it's your dream and you know it's your dream, go forward. Because why are you honestly taking advice from other people that they ain't going to help you? You know, take advice from people that you know that are going to help you, and that's all I can really say.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love that. Yes, for sure. Right, that is the end of today's interview. Thank you very much for all of you coming.
Thank you for having
us,
us,
Michelle.
This is Funky Friday by Dave. Welcome back. This is Michelle on Radio Lewisham on her show Offside, Women in Basketball. So this part, we are talking about the history of basketball. Feel free, anyone, to jump in if you want. So, basketball was created in 1891 by a Canadian teacher in Massachusetts, USA. And women's basketball started just the year after, in 1892, as Smith College by Senda Berenson, a very important woman.
Was it not created by James Naismith overall?
Was it?
James Naismith, he was the actual founder of basketball, is it not?
I'm not sure.
Or am
was
I
it?
wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I checked it.
I could be wrong.
If it
You can
is,
check ChatGPT right now.
yeah,
Go on,
someone
Lisa,
get it
check
up right now.
Defund AI.
So basketball has actually become one of the first women's team sport, and it quickly spread throughout the country. However, because this was in the 1800s and so on, you know how it goes. The Victorian culture loves the idea of women being home, cleaning, mother duties, and all of that. So women often played in private.
At least ChatGPT, I was right. It was created by James Naismith.
Wow. Someone lied to me.
Yeah.
Wikipedia lied to me. So, 1900s, women were thriving in basketball. However, they faced some challenges. Those challenges, such as needing to fit the Victorian uniform and wearing long skirts and corsets. I don't know about you guys, but
Whilst playing.
Yeah, whilst playing.
Corsets.
Long skirts and corsets.
Even if my shorts are baggy, I'm feeling uncomfortable.
I have no idea.
corsets. Oh, that's crazy.
I wouldn't be
Jesus
able
Lord.
to breathe.
Men were not allowed to watch the game and were forbidden, but the sport still drew so many public views. The most famous team were called the All-American Redheads, in which they travelled to the US and played exhibition games against men's teams and won most of them.
Wow.
I remember
Yeah.
learning that.
This proved that women could play basketball at a high entertaining level, and that's where it all began. And obviously, big shout out to USA Women National Basketball Team with 9 Olympic gold medals, including
Nice.
everyone since 1966, with their success growing women's basketball worldwide. Today, women's basketball is played globally, from local leagues to Euro leagues and the WNBA, inspiring many, many young players. Yeah, so what do you guys think about that?
I think that's
Great.
amazing.
Amazing.
Great.
Informative.
Spectacular.
I'm enlightened.
A little history lesson, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
Right, just a little break. Next is This Is Foolish. Welcome back to Offside. This part of Offside, we're talking about Feminist Hall of Fame. So I researched about one individual, female, who created the most impact on the sport that we are exploring. And obviously, we're exploring basketball today. So our Feminist Hall of Fame today, we have the one and only Queen of Basketball, Lucia Harris. Lucia Harris was an amazing American player who changed female basketball everywhere. She was born in Mississippi, where she was once told sports wasn't for her, but she refused to listen. She grew up in Mississippi Delta, one of the poorest areas in USA, especially for sports. She loves playing basketball with her brothers, and her love for her basketball was born. She was tall, standing at 1.9 meters and 6'2", strong, determined, and she dreamed of
Oh, that's
becoming
tall.
a basketball player, even though there was no professional women league at that time. At her school, she finally got the chance to play on a girls' team. She stood out with her power and talent very quickly, leading up to her state championship and earning a scholarship to Delta State University. So some of her achievements: Lucia Harris led Delta State to 3 national championships between 1975 and 1977. She scored the first ever points in women's Olympic basketball history at the 1976 Montreal Games. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Became the first and only woman ever drafted by an NBA team, and the last one. She is in my Feminist Hall of Fame because she was actually inducted into both the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame as well as Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. So a little bit about her. Growing up, she was segregated. She was in the segregated South. Lucia sadly faced both sexism and racism. She was told the sport was too rough for girls and can't make a career in sport. There was no professional leagues or real career paths for girls to take, as well as there being no female role models for them, no one to look up to. Even after winning national titles, she wasn't offered the same sponsorship. Oh, jeez, I can't say that word. Sponsorship, yeah, or opportunities the men players were, how they received it automatically. As a young black woman, she faced prejudice both on and off the court. Traveling for games often meant dealing with racist attitudes in certain areas of the in certain areas of the US facilities. She was segregated from her team, and black teams were segregated from white teams. Unfortunately, even when she was drafted for the WNBA, it was seen more as a publicity stunt rather than an accomplishment, and no one believed her, and there was once again no media coverage. So I personally think that's incredible to go through.
That's outrageous.
Yeah. After retiring, she struggled with mental health and money. Money issues became... There were no systems to support female athletes after their careers had ended. And I personally think that is still what happens today. After female sport athletes retire, they need to often go into a job because they don't actually have enough money to retire. And I know a lot of football players that often have like a degree or education before they actually go international. So they have a backup because they know that the money they earned won't be enough to support them. So for decades, Lucia Harris's story was forgotten or left out of basketball history books. Despite this, she became one of the greatest players of her generation. Only recently, after the Oscar-winning short film, The Queen of Basketball, I don't know if any of you have seen it. I haven't, but I'll definitely go have a look at it later. Did she finally get recognised and her recognition she deserved? So Lucia Harris proved that women could play basketball at the highest level, inspiring future generations and paving the way for professional women's leagues like the WNBA. So I think that is someone definitely everyone should look up to.
For sure.
Because
Really?
having also faced sexism, she faced racism, and she was segregated from her team. That's like us being completely
Yeah, that's crazy.
separated.
insane.
Yeah.
It's
Not
also
right.
important to note that back, I believe it was in the 90s, there was just so much hassle with getting the sponsors to actually pay the woman in the WNBA. For example, before she died, Kim Perez spoke about it. Anyone who was in the Houston Comets spoke about it. Yeah, it was just so sad trying to get women to get their money. It was just such a shame because those women, they didn't even play for the money. They played because they loved the sport, but they wasn't getting the pay that they
funding.
deserved. They
Yeah.
wasn't really getting the funding either, which was such a shame. At least now the current players are standing up for themselves and being very much more vocal about it, especially as it was also noted that there wasn't much social media coverage back then.
Exactly.
But it's very, very, very sad indeed.
Yeah. It's horrible that actually had to go on before, and it's incredible. But we are moving on to part 4, the future of basketball. So before I start this section, what would you like to see of female basketball in the future? How do you want this to get better?
I just want to see more girls playing basketball, or at least trying out the sport. Like, I feel like, obviously, in countries like America, Spain, and places in Europe, basketball is a much more played sport around there. Obviously, in the UK, it's mostly like football, netball, but to actually like meet a girl that plays basketball, she's been playing it for a while, you know, it's a bit rare. So I just want to see more girls playing basketball in the future.
I think I'd also like to see more girls having more confidence. This comes from someone who's also like lost their confidence as well. I think that's something that is lacking in the girls community, because people push girls down a lot and they use that as a reason to like not be able to show out their talents. So there's a lot of people you don't hear of until like they boost their confidence. For example, there's a girl we know called Rihanna Addison, and not everyone like knew about her until like very recently. Not everyone, but like quite a lot of people. But I think that's just because of confidence. Like, until you have the confidence to post online on social media, because there's like bad comments, good comments about the way you play, I think that just helps everyone in general. Just
Absolutely.
confidence.
There just needs to be more women's leagues.
Yeah.
More women's league.
A lot
Even
more women's teams.
even playing Division 2 in the UK. I won't say that. What I will say is playing Division 2, there's only 8 teams, 10? I didn't even check because I know a couple keep dropping. Sorry, I know a couple teams keep dropping out. However, what I will definitely say is there just needs to be more encouragement just to create teams for those who are over 18. Create teams for women who are over 18 and they can still play at such a high, fast-paced level. For example, I speak for myself. I've been playing since I was 11, and I can still play at a high, fast-paced level. And I believe England or the UK or whoever, you know, they just need to create more women teams that can actually enter National League at Division 2, so it can be a great, better, fast-paced competition. It's not, let's be realistic, it's not like the USA where they got, you know, how many states versing each other just for one championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But
And on top of that, they have tournaments like AAU and then different county tournaments. So there's that exposure that they have from an early age.
Yeah, for sure.
the UK definitely needs to invest more in women's basketball.
Yeah,
I understand
for
that.
older ages.
I understand that, you know, if for England, the main sport is football, but basketball is also on the rise as well. And I believe that the government, they need to do something to make sure that basketball, you know, is also getting the funds that it needs, so it's actually on the rise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
For sure.
I like that. Thanks, guys. I know that a lot of school grassroots clubs in the UK are giving more young girls the chance to pick up a basketball. Something definitely Lucia Harris could only dream of, right? Female players have their own platforms, like we were talking about before, social media. They are able to share their stories and build strong, supportive communities. However, there is still work to do. Women's teams often face less funding, smaller crowds, and
for sure.
again, unequal pay. You know, that men's teams earn, I don't know how much, too much sometimes.
Way too much.
But with talk shows such as Offside, just like this, and the support from people like these 4 lovely females in front of me today, the equality and respect in sport is gaining momentum, and each generation is pushing the game forward.
They are indeed.
Right.
Thank you.
We have come to the end of Offside today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope all of you here also enjoyed. Right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And learned something from today's special show. So my next show will be on the 13th of November. So please put that in your calendars, guys.
We will.
Big thank you. Big up to Sarah, Anna, Elisa, and Coach Natasha.
Coach Natasha Day Alves.
Of course.
The one and only.
Any feedback would be greatly appreciated to any of you listening right now. If you would like to get involved, DM me on Insta, you know it, and I'll see what I can do. Well, I've been Marie Michelle on Radio Lewisham on today's show, Offside Women in Basketball. Raise your voice, own your power, and stay offside. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
The boy is mine. The boy is mine.